Alright, let's just rip this band-aid off. Your 9-to-5 job will never make you rich. I don't care if you're grinding at Google, solving space math at NASA, or working at some hedge fund where they serve oat milk lattes with a side of stock tips. If you're trading time for money, you're playing the wrong game. Think about it. They pay you just enough so you don't quit. They give you just enough vacation time so you don't have a breakdown, and they dangle promotions like a carrot. But come on, a 3% raise won't even cover your Spotify premium. That's the game. The longer you play it, the harder it is to escape. If someone had told me this at 18, I'd have been rich before my first bad Wi-Fi excuse on Zoom. But here's the good news. There is a cheat code. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to escape the rat race, build real wealth, and finally live a life where your alarm clock isn't your mortal enemy. And no, it doesn't involve waking up at 4 a.m. to take an ice bath and manifest success. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step plan to escape the 9-to-5 without grinding for 10 years or gambling on crypto. So let's get started now with step number 1. Let's get one thing straight. If you only make money when you're working, you're playing the game on hard mode. Picture this. You make $30 an hour working 40 hours a week. That's $1,200 before taxes. You want more money, so you think, okay, I'll just work more hours. Okay, sure, let's double it. Work 80 hours a week like some grindset meme. Congrats, you're making more money. But also, you have no life. You look like a zombie intern at a failed startup, and your social life is now just apologizing for being too busy. This is the classic leaky bucket problem, and the reason why working more or harder or longer is never gonna get you rich. Imagine you're filling a bucket with water, but there's a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, aka your time, it never fills up. That's what happens when you trade time for money. The second you stop working, the money stops too. This is why most people never escape the rat race. They're stuck in a system where their income is capped by their time. That's why the wealthy don't just pour harder into a broken system. They build a pipeline instead. Look at Jeff Bezos. He's not packing Amazon boxes. J.K. Rowling isn't rewriting Harry Potter every day, and Taylor Swift isn't burning CDs in her basement. You see the pattern? Wealthy people build income pipelines, things that pay them forever, not just once. This is the difference between the employee mindset and the entrepreneur mindset. Most people think like employees. I work more, I get paid more. If I stop working, I make nothing, and I just need a better job. Millionaires think like owners, like entrepreneurs, asking questions like, how do I make money without working more? How can I get paid forever for something I build once? And how do I create an asset instead of just working a job? So, what's the move? Well, if you don't own a business yet, or even if you do and you're looking for a way to scale it up that doesn't involve totally burning yourself out, you need a digital asset. What's that, you might be wondering? Good question, my friend. A digital asset is something that makes money while you sleep, and here's the biggest difference between trading time for money versus owning an asset. An employee works 8 hours and gets paid once. An entrepreneur creates something once and gets paid forever. But here are some real-world digital asset examples to help make it real. Starting with, say, an ebook, where you can write it once and sell it forever. An online course, where you can teach something valuable and get paid. There's software, which allows you to automate a process and then charge people for convenience. There's templates and guides. Think of Canva templates and Notion planners and cheat sheets and checklists, which are digital gold. There's also subscription services. Think Netflix, but for your niche. Instead of selling your time, you sell value. Once, and then let it scale. So here's how to get started today. Step 1, pick a skill you have. Are you good at writing or teaching or designing? Pick a skill that you get asked about by friends and family. I mean, what do people come to you for advice on? Step 2, package it into an asset. Turn your knowledge into a guide, a course, or a product. But let's break this down even more next in step 2 by reverse engineering $1 million. $1 million sounds like a lot of money, but here's the thing. It's not magic, it's just math. Most people think becoming a millionaire is like winning the lottery or building the next Facebook. But here's a reality check. Most millionaires don't build billion-dollar companies. They just understand how to break down big numbers into small, achievable goals. So here's the Millionaire Formula, also known as making a mill without going insane. Let's break down $1 million into simple bite-sized chunks. So here's how you can hit $1 million. 50,000 people paying $20 gets you $1 million. 5,000 people paying $200 also gets you $1 million. And 500 people paying $2,000 also gets you $1 million. Still sounds too big? No worries, you don't have to go straight for $1 million. Let's start smaller with the 100K roadmap, which will get you to $100,000 per year. A $20 ebook, well, sell 14 copies a day, there's $100 grand a year. A $200 coaching program, just get 1 client per day, that's $100K a year. Or a $2,000 online course, just sell 4 per month, there's $100K per year. Making money is just a numbers game. Most people think I need to invent something new, or I have to be famous, or only lucky people make millions. But nope, you just need one great product, one audience that needs it, and simple math. That said, there is an easy way and a hard way to do this, so here's the secret to scaling faster without burning out. Most people try to sell cheap products to thousands of people, which is harder than selling a premium, high-priced product to a smaller audience. Here's why high-ticket, high-cost products are easier. First, you need fewer customers to hit your goal. Second, higher prices attract more serious buyers. And third, you get paid more per sale, so you can focus on quality over volume. Here's what this would look like for a completely new business and offer. Step 1, first you'd choose your price point, starting with one product, say low ticket from $20 to $100 or high ticket, $500 to $5,000. Step 2, then you'd pick your strategy. For low ticket, you're gonna need a large audience, or ads, or social media, or SEO. For high ticket, you'll need fewer customers, but must offer more value through coaching or consulting or premium courses. Step 3, then all you need to do is the math and set your goal. For example, want to hit 10,000 a month? Well, like we just covered, you just need to sell 500 ebooks at $20, 50 coaching calls at $200, or 5 high ticket programs at $2,000. Again, it's just numbers. No magic, no luck, just strategy. Okay, let's move on to step 3, which will help you charge higher prices and make this process a whole lot easier, more profitable, and more fun. Let's be real. The reason that most people undercharge is because they're afraid that no one will pay more. But here's the secret. The easiest way to make more money without working more hours is simply to charge higher prices. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'll just make my product super cheap so more people will buy it"? Yeah, that's a terrible plan. Because cheap attracts cheap. Low-price buyers equal high-maintenance customers. Cheap means low profit margins. You need thousands of sales to make real money. And cheap makes you work way harder. Instead of 10 high-paying customers, you'll need 1,000 low-paying ones. Think about Starbucks. They sell coffee, but why do people pay $5 for something they could make at home for 50 cents? Because Starbucks isn't just selling coffee. They're selling convenience, because you don't have to make it. They're selling status, because holding a Starbucks cup just feels fancier. And they're selling a lifestyle. Meet me at Starbucks hits different than meet me at 7-Eleven. And this is why you can sell the exact same information at different price levels based on how you package it. For example, let's say that you're an expert at taking National Geographic level photos from your phone. Well, there's an entire market of both amateur and professional photographers out there who would pay good money to learn your secrets, and you could offer it to them through a $20 ebook, entry-level value, a $200 coaching program with more personalized help, or a $2,000 membership with exclusive VIP treatment. Same knowledge, different pricing strategy. This is because people don't pay for information, they pay for transformation. So if you want to charge $2,000 instead of $20 or $200, then you need to make the results faster, easier, or more customized. Most importantly, you need to target buyers who prioritize results over price. Cheap seekers aren't your audience. So next, let's build a system that helps you do all that and more. I call it a wealth pipeline. A wealth pipeline is a system that generates income automatically without you having to trade time for money. As an example, think about an online course creator who builds a course once and sells it repeatedly, earning money every time someone enrolls without having to teach it live. Rich people build money pipelines instead of working hour by hour. So here's the 3-step process to build your own wealth pipeline. Step 1, pick a digital asset to sell. You need a product or service that can be sold without you being there. So here's some ideas. A digital product like ebooks, templates, Notion planners, and so on. An online course where you teach what you know once and then sell it forever. A membership or subscription, again, think Netflix, but for your niche. There's affiliate marketing where you earn commission for recommending products. There's automated e-commerce, think print on demand and dropshipping. And the beauty here is that this works in any field, whether you're a fitness trainer, a home cook, or a finance guru. Packaging your knowledge into a digital asset changes everything. But word of warning here. Don't overthink it. Just pick one. Okay, moving on to step 2. Now that you've got a product, you need a system that sells it without you. So here's how. Step 1, build a sales page. This is a website or landing page where people buy your offer. Now, if you don't have one, I'll put a link in the descriptions below that'll show you how to get one for free, as well as a whole bunch of other free marketing assets in order to help you get started and get paid. Step 2, use email marketing. Build an email list and automate follow-ups. Now, when I first got into digital marketing, I kept hearing these wild stories of people making $50,000 in a single day just by sending an email. And honestly, I thought it was total BS, maybe even a scam. But then I tried it myself, and it actually worked. Step 3, leverage social media. Use YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter to attract customers. Social media is where your customers are, and you can reach them there for free. Once your system is working, you optimize and scale by testing different price points to maximize sales and creating new offers to serve more customers. At this point, your pipeline is running and money is flowing in, even when you're sleeping, traveling, or watching Netflix. So now it's time to put this whole thing into an actionable plan. So let's do that now with step 5. Look, I get it. Quitting your job can feel terrifying, but here's the good news. You don't have to jump blindfolded into uncertainty, which is why I want to introduce you to one of the most powerful money-making strategies, or formulas, or rules really, called the Rule of One. The Rule of One is simple, powerful, and essential. One person, one problem, one promise, one path, one price, one platform. This is crucial because simplicity scales, complexity fails. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I was first getting started was trying to do all the things for all the people. It didn't work, and I burned out hard. When I finally locked in though and committed to the Rule of One and realized that chasing every shiny object was just a distraction, I had to get real with myself. If my goal was to get rich, it was time to focus. So here's what the Rule of One looks like broken down. Starting with one person. The best client for you to serve is often the person that you were 2, 5, or 10 years ago. Your greatest competitive advantage is knowing this person deeply, understanding their dreams and pains better than they know themselves. So spend 10 hours mastering one avatar, one segment of the market, not 1 hour each on 10 different avatars. Next, one problem. Identify the single biggest problem your ideal client faces right now. Yes, your offer can solve other issues, but focus squarely on the primary pain point, as this is going to be the main headline of your offer. Next, one promise. Clearly communicate how you're going to solve their biggest problem. Don't overwhelm people or water down your message by rattling off a dozen different things. One path. Explain exactly how you'll deliver this promise. This is your unique mechanism, your process, your way of getting them the result that they're after. One price. As we've already talked about, high ticket is the easier way, so forget low-priced offers like courses or memberships unless you already have a massive audience. Ads won't fix a low-price model. The math simply doesn't work. And then, one platform. Master one platform fully before you branch out. My advice here is to choose either YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, depending on where your audience is most active. Later, you can strategically repurpose content across multiple different platforms. Okay. Here's the smart way to apply this Rule of One practically, so you can confidently ditch your 9 to 5. I call this your 30-day wealth pipeline challenge. It's a bit of a mouthful, but gets the point across. Week 1, lock in your digital asset. Pick your product, course, ebook, membership, template, coaching, consulting, you decide. Then set your pricing. Remember, one high-value asset can pay you forever. Week 2, set up your sales machine. Create a landing page and start capturing leads with a simple email marketing setup. And don't worry, I'll drop a link below with free tools to help you get started. Week 3, turn on the traffic. Start posting content on social media and reach out to your network of friends, family, and colleagues to get your first sales flowing. Week 4, optimize and scale. Improve your sales process based on feedback and early sales. Double down on what works, scale up your traffic. This simple process works because instead of gambling your financial security, you're building a predictable pipeline that generates consistent income month after month after month. By the time you're ready to say goodbye to your boss, you'll already have the cash flow to back it up. Sadly, some people take years to figure this out, but others do it in 3 to 6 months with the right focus, and I've seen others get up and running in as little as 5 days. No joke. The truth is, you don't need more hours, you don't need a better boss, and you don't need another motivational quote on Instagram. You just need a system that prints money while you eat tacos, and the sooner you start, the sooner you break free. So check out the link in the descriptions below to get access to the free training and resources I mentioned, and feel free to check out the video that I've got linked up right here as well, which is going to give you even more practical and actionable advice to help you start and scale a wildly successful and profitable business. Okay, see you in there in just a second.